सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि, सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. So, as I told you, a few points about the Vaidadhya Prakaranam, and then we go to the next topic. Here in this Vaidadhya Prakaranam, Gaudapada is not giving any personal ideas. Then he is only giving us what was in the Shrutis, Shrutya, Yuktya. And in the Shrutis, Shruti Arthavati Pramanam, the seventh mantra of the Upanishad is the most important. I have already told you that. And Gaudapada expands from the Upanishad the two significant words, Prapanchobashamam and Advaitam. So, from the first one he made the Vaidadhya Prakaranam, Prapanchobashamam, Upashama of the dualistic world that I am experiencing, and Advaitam is in the third Prakarana called Advaita Prakarana. Yet the illusoriness of the world was proved, but Advaita was not established. What makes us think that the Adhishthanam also is not unreal? Is the question. So we have to establish by Shruti and Yukti that Advaita is not unreal, but Dvaita is unreal. Dvaita, Adhishthanam is Advaita, but Advaita is real. How to establish is what is done in the third Prakarana, the Advaita Prakarana. Prapanchobashamam for the Turiya, the significance of the negation of the world is that the Upanishad wants to point out that experientially the world is there, but the fact is that it is not there. What do you mean? It is and it is not. World is relatively real. The world is not as soon as you recognize the reality. Only in the comprehension of the reality, the world will not disappear. The mirage never disappears. Even after you have seen that there is no water there, it doesn't disappear. Again and again you will see the mirage. Or no? Yes. But then the second time you see, you say, no, I am not available for this misconception. You understand? So that's what he says here. The negation of the world is that the Upanishad wants to point out that experientially the world is there. I am experiencing the world, but experience is not a proof of reality. The blueness of the sky I experience. But is the sky blue? That is the word. Experience need not prove reality. That is what he is going to establish there. But the fact is that it is not there. Implies the unreality of the world. That unreality of the world we have done with now. asatyam, mithya, anrudam, mrisha are some of the words which we use for to explain the world. Another very important word is called Vaidadhya. Jagad Vaidhatya Prakaranam. Universe here means the first three padas. Padatraya Vaidadhya Prakaranam. So Vaidadhya Prakaranam is what? Padatraya in the Omkara. And in the self, the Padatraya, the waker, dreamer, deep sleeper, all three are Mrisha. All three are illusory. Now, there are 5 portions in it which I have already given you. 1 to 3, Swapna Prapancha Vaidadhyam. 4 to 18, Jagrat Prapancha Vaidadhyam. And 19 to 29, misconceptions regarding the reality. 30 to 34, summary and the Upasamharam. 35 to 38, sadhanas and their results. This is what Vaidadhya Prakarana contains. Now, the topic number 1 is Swapna Prapancha, establishes the unreality of the dream world. It is a useful example as the unreal world has the capacity to appear as real. For the scholars who questions this stand, Gaudapada gives 3 pramanas quoting Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. The Yukti Pramana is brought out to prove that the dream event do not have required time and the required objects do not have the required space. Uchita Deshakala Abhava. And he quotes Brihadaranyaka Upanishad for that. Anubhava Pramana. To add it to that, Gaudapada speaks now and then about Anubhavam of great masters who had experienced this truth from their Anubhava, Anubhuti. So there are 3 pramanas, Shruti, Yukti, Anubhuti. Shruti is the words of the great meditators of the past, the rishis. So Shruti Pramanam is the valid Pramana. And Shruti also includes Anubhavam. Because they cannot just write from their intellect. They are talking from their own personal experience. Hence, Anubhavam is given a very important place in the Vaidadhya Pramana. Now the topic 2, the Waker's universe also is unreal. Logic he gives, implied reason, prasiddhi, etc. 6th verse, whatever is objectified is mithya. Without an observer, no object can reveal its existence. Dependent existence, it is mithya. If you have another state of experience, even that is only drishya. Drishyatvad, asatyatvad, we have seen all that when we are doing that portion. Whatever is impermanent is also mithya. What is impermanent? Ada, antastu. What is there in the beginning? What is not there in the beginning? What is not there in the end? Cannot be there in the middle, even if you see it. We have already established that experience is not the proof of reality. So, I am seeing is not the reason why an object is real. You can also have illusory seeing. We are having optical illusion. What physics calls as optical illusion. So, whatever is, he also said anityatvad, drishyatvad, anityatvad, asatyatvad. It is anitya means it is not there always, in all periods of time. The world is unreal. Gaudapada refutes all the definitions given by other scholars who are trying to put down the Vedanta, and he had refuted all of them by logic. Utility, clarity, externality, objectivity, all this he refutes. How many things? Utility, prayojanada, saprayojanada, then clarity, vyaktam, avyaktam. Utility, clarity, externality, because it is seen outside, it is more real. If it is seen inside, it is not real. Like that. Okay. Externality, the dream world is external and the waking world is, in the waking world there is object and subject interaction, so it is more real. All this by logic itself he has denied. And objectivity, a thing that can be an object of my understanding, drishyam, cannot be real. So all this is denied by Gaudapada. The observer is real and all the observed are unreal. Drishtu alone is the reality. Drishyam is not the reality. So, if the dream world and the Vaka world are unreal, then what is reality? Is the question now, the student. I am taking you only summary, but you have to read. If the summary is there in your mind, it is easier to understand. Otherwise, it is not. Now, reality is that which exists but is not observed. Is it not? Why we doubt the reality? Because it is not observable. It is very sukshmat, sukshmadaram. So, indriya agocharam, manasa aprapyaha. All these words are from the Shrudis. And hence, that Vaka's world, then what is reality is the question. Reality is that which exists but is not observed. Turiya is the reason for, Turiya Ajnanam is the reason for Jagrat Prapancha and Swapna Prapancha. Because we don't know there is a reality behind this, what we are seeing. The adhishtanam of the waking world and the dream world we have not inquired. Hence, we make our own conclusions, which are all wrong conclusions. Okay? And here the one man finally, after all, finishing all arguments, he asked the question, okay, agreed. That it is mithya. But who is seeing the mithya? And then we have come to the Turiyatma. That is what has happened. Turiyam Satyam Paratrayam Mithya. What is mithya? Waking world is mithya. Dream world and the deep sleep world are all mithya only. And what is reality? Reality is only the witness consciousness. We have said avastatraya sakshi is real. Okay. So that is the topic 2, and the topic 3 is ignorant. What is the topic 3, by the way? Misconception. Ignorance is one and misconceptions are many. And even if you worship God as an object, then also it helps you to arrive at the truth. So what is misconception, what is not, we don't know. Yesterday we did that. Even if you worship Him without knowing His reality, still that kind God takes you and reveals Himself. Abba, what a consolation. These Vedantins are terrible. But now wait till the Advaita Prakarana. Till the Advaita Prakarana starts. Okay. Now, ultimately worship God in any form. Ultimately, you have to come to the truth. Krishna says it very beautifully in the yo yam tanum bhaktya something archidum. And their bhakti, their shraddha, I increase. And they come to know the truth through that chosen path alone. So nothing to worry. If you are Dvaiti and you are a worshipper, nothing to worry. Only thing is, don't make the means the end. That's not the end. By merely worshipping, that's not the end. If you are in the LKG class and you insist that I will sit here only because I like my teacher, I don't want to go to UKG What can you do with such a child? And you push her in the other UKG, cry, shout, scream. But she has to go to the UKG if she wants to study further. We are all like LKG students in the Bhakti Marga. Sit there only. Why do you sit there? I like my teacher. What rubbish it is. You should learn to like the teaching, not the teacher. Our teacher told us that. The teacher will go away one day. He told us like this. We were all attached to him. Naturally, the subject is like that. So, our teacher told us, don't get attached to any teacher or anybody, but get attached to the teaching. And when we left the ashram, and 1 year after he came back from America, and we all so enthusiastically we went to see him, but he was so cold. Didn't even talk to, just as he said, he behaved. Here also. Ultimately, you have to come to the truth. So, path is not the thing. According to your temperament, you choose the path. But the truth always remains the same. Whether you reach it by the Bhakti Marga or the Yoga Marga, or Ramana Maharshi says, Hridaya Kuhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram Aham Ahamiti Sakshad Atmarupena Bhadi. Hridi Vishi Manasa. By your mind you enter into that heart. Hridi Vishi Manasa Chinnvada. Chinnvada, searching. Searching means Atma Vicharam. By the method of Vichara Margava. Chinnvada, Majjadava, or by immersing yourself in total bhakti. Majjada. Majjada means Duban. Majjadava, Prana Rodhanadva. Or you may practice Raja Yoga and Pranayam, etc. Prana Rodhanadva, Atmanishto Bhavatvam. What is the path you choose? I don't care. You understand this? This is a very important aspect of the thing, that this is the only path, knowledge is the only path. No. Bhakti is also another very important path. And the Raja Yoga is also a very important path. By the practice of meditation, samadhi, etc., they also reach. Is it not? Oh, don't hold on to your view, and this is the only view. Don't become like Muslims. My God is the only God, and my religion is the only religion. Not so. See the Catholicity of the Hindu religion. Whichever way you worship me, I come to him. In that form, in that way only. See, it is said that Dhruva worshipped Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and in whatever form he saw the Lord, in that form alone he appeared before him. Just to tell us that the importance of these points. So he says here, it is come to the truth. I, the observer alone is the Satyam, and whatever is observed is Mithya. The observed universe cannot touch me. I am the witnessing consciousness. I am the Kshetrajna. And what happens in that Kshetra need not affect me unless you allow it. Don't allow. Witness means what? First of all, you must know the meaning of the word witness. Witness is one who has no involvement in what he is seeing. He is the sadhanam vina ikshade, and he sees. And what he sees does not affect him mentally or physically. Guruji says that there is a company in Delhi where you can get any type of fitness. The one who has not been involved, Sakshat Ikshade. That any type. Have you seen that murder? Yes. That is what our police use. How can we believe? They beat them nicely and make them say that I have done it. That also they do. What type of... Where is truth in all our activities? Oh, yes, he cannot touch me. Unreal world does not exist. Real world does exist. Nasado vidyade bhavaha nabhavo vidyade sataha. Nasado vidyade bhavaha. The asat, that which does not exist. That which is unreal does not exist. That which is real does exist always. Nasade vidyado bhavaha na bhava na abhavaha vidyade sataha. For the real there is no abhavam. For the unreal there is no bhava. It's given in the Gita. And the topic 5 is, Topic 4 is Upasamharam. And then we have seen sadhana, chadushtaya, etc., etc. Is there Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, Veda, Paragaihi, Munibihi. All those words says sadhakas. And they are the sannyas, internal sannyas. They attain that internal sannyas. And what is tattva? Seeing the tattva outside, seeing the tattva inside, they become tattva. What is the word? Tattvi bhava. They became tattvam itself. I am that reality, I am that truth. That is the understanding of the man who had realized the illusoriness of the world. Tattvi Buddha. And Brahmi Buddha elsewhere in the Gita also comes. So, the one who has established the illusoriness of the world, the first 3 padas, for him it's very easy to know that I am that Tattvam, I am the reality behind all these experiences. Observer is the reality behind all the observed objects of the world. Okay, that is the condensation of the whole thing of Vaidadhya Pramana. Now we enter into the what will be the phalam of this understanding? I will be ever established in Turiya. Even in my transactionary life, I am ever established in Turiya state, and hence my whole life is transformed by knowing it. Why should I know all this rubbish? It's better to go and worship the Lord and be done with it. When your bhakti becomes motha bhakti, not real bhakti. Okay. Now the chapter, third chapter is called Advaita Prakarana. Now we have to establish, the first 2 prakaranas have not established the reality of the non-dual Brahman. That has not been established. They have only established the illusoriness of the first 3 padas. Now we enter into the 4th pada, most important chapter it is, and the study of this chapter will give a comprehensive idea of Vedanta. Since we are all Vedantins, that will be very helpful to us. 7 mantras of the first chapter, as well as the Karigas 10 to 18, must be revised every day when we study the Advaita Prakaranam. What all you have to revise? Huh? The first 7 Upanishads and 10 to 18 Karikas. Do you read? Not very difficult. It is only 5-10 minutes it will take. So this has to be revised again and again. It will be helpful in understanding the Advaita Prakarana. The entire 3rd chapter is a building over the foundation of the 1st chapter. Why should I read all that? Because this chapter is going to be built up on that chapter. That is it. Chapter and is an Vaidatya Prakarana by itself is only an explanation of the yeah, but which mantra? Where it comes? 7th mantra. It's a explanation of the 7th mantra. Vaidatya Prakaranam is the explanation of the 7th mantra. The 3rd chapter is an elaborate commentary on the significant word Advaita. So Prapanchopashamam has been explained in the Vaidatya Prakarana. Now Advaita, that word, Prapanchopashamam Shantam Shivam Advaitam Chadurtham Manyande Satma. So that word is being elaborately explained, commentary on the significant word Advaita in the 7th mantra. The author is going to dwell on the 4th pada very deeply. Chadurtha pada Satyatvam is the 3rd chapter. Okay, so much in introducing that subject to first verse itself is a bomb. In the 3rd chapter. It's a bomb, I said. Upasana shrito dharmaha jade brahmani vartade pragutpatte rajam sarvam tena sau kripana smritaha. So, he says, those people, dharma means the jivas. Here dharma means dharedi, that is jiva. It is from the Bhashya only. This book is all on from the Bhashya only. Anyway, it means what? The jiva. Upasana shritaha. He becomes attached to upasana because of his misunderstanding.
Dharma is called
Upasana shrito dharma.
Dharmaha. Dharma is, what is the meaning? Dharmaha means? Shudra Brahma. Shudra Brahma.
Gambhirananda says Dharma is aspirant.
Aspirant is jiva. Okay. So that jiva, Dvaita Ninda is being done here. Upasana shritaha. He becomes to the path of devotion, upasana. The word itself is used here. Upasana path he has taken, imagines itself related to the Brahman, the Upasaka. Jade Brahmani Vartate. That he considers himself born in the Jada Brahmani. Jada Brahmani means what? A Brahman which is born. How can we accept that? In the Shruti says Ajam. How can we accept that a Brahman is born? And that Brahman, now before their argument is like this, Upasana Shrido Dharmo Jade Brahmani Vartade, to be related, who is supposed by it as having manifested himself from that Brahman which has manifested itself. In other words, what they are trying to say is, the world that we see is a manifestation of Brahman. That is Jada Brahma. The other is Ajada Brahma. Some idea they have. Why you are all worshipping now? Maybe you can look at yourself and then understand it much better than from these words. Why you want Chitta Shuddhi? And many things. Not only happiness, Chitta Shuddhi and all. Nobody even remembers Chitta Shuddhi. Because Chittam never becomes Shuddhi in any way. Still there will be so much Ragadvesha. So many other things. 100 pujas we do. Doesn't change anything. Whatever. So let us see what Gurudev says here. These upasakas, they think Brahman is separate from them. And we are all jivas in the Jada Brahman. That Brahman which is manifested, which is born. And what is it I want to attain? That Brahman. Ajam. What is Ajam, Shashwadam?
That is the higher Brahman.
Higher Brahman. So we are all lower Brahman. Jivatma. And we want to attain the higher Brahman. So Loka Vyavahara or Shastra Vyavahara, both is pointed out here. Deha Dharanam. Who is the Dharma? Dharma means one whose Dharma is Deha Dharanam. One who has taken a body is called Dharma. Jade Brahmani Vartade Pragutpatte Rajam Sarvam. Before the Utpatti, before the world and the beings are born. World means you also. World means everyone. Before our birth, everything was Sarvam Ajam. Everything was Ajam. It was that all even Christian philosophy and all says, before it was very pure state and then you are fallen down. Is it not fall from heaven? What is that falling down? I have become now perishable or perishing. This verse is very complicated verse. Instead of telling very easily, I have gone. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The individual ego taking to itself the path of devotion. Upasaka means the one who has taken to the path of devotion. Imagines itself to be related to the Brahman who is supposed by it as having manifested himself. So, he is satisfied with worshipping the manifested Brahman. Jada Brahman means manifested Brahman also. So, Vishnu is what? Manifest. Shiva also. Brahmaji also. All are manifested. Hiranyagarbha, manifested. So, the manifested Brahman, usually the Upasakas, Upasana Murti has got so many qualities, so much of, a form, everything is there. That is Shiva, that is Vishnu, that is the Krishna, like that we worship. In other words, Dvaidam is there. When you are worshipping the Jada Brahma, there is Dvaidam. Jada means one which is born. What is born? Krishna is born. Ashtami day. Ramachandraji is also born. Everybody is born. We call it avatar. Anna? Avataranam means? Coming down. What? From where? From that pure state of unmanifest Brahman becomes manifest, which is Jada Brahma. This is a Pauranika version, Before the Pauranikas came, it was not there. They used to worship all natural forces and that and this. So I worship that Jada Brahma. Upasaka, do upasana to the Brahman which is manifested as Krishna, Rama, Govinda, Shiva, Devi, and their Adi. All will be fighting with each other. Now only we are fighting with the Muslims and all. But then those days they used to fight among themselves. The Vaishnavite will never can see eye to eye with the Shaivite. Now it has become less because more of Vedanta is known to people. Otherwise, never used to. They won't go to the Shaivite will never go to the Vishnu temple. And Vaishnavite will never go to the Shaiva temple. What is this? Is it not the absolute ignorance? I may like this. This is my Ishta Devata. That is different. But to think that all other Devatas are. When I used to, long ago that was, I used to go to that, what is those people? Hare Krishna people. Hare Rama, they are more, what can I say? You should not say a word against their stand. They say that Shiva, that word only they don't. They say all Bhutakanas. All are Bhutakanas. What nonsense. I really was surprised at their ignorance.
They don't even accept Rama.
They don't accept anybody. Krishna consciousness. Have you gone there? I went 6 months and then gave it up. Now at that time I was a seeker, going here and there and finding out which is good for me. And I said, no, Baha, I don't want to become like a converted Christian. So here he says, you must never forget that we are for knowing the truth. We are a Satyanyushi. So is that, if it is so, why does the Upanishad point blank condemn it? In the Kena Upanishad, he says very beautifully, he says, Yad vaja anabhyuditam yena vagud abhyudyate. That which cannot be explained by the words, but because of which the words are there. The words become meaningful because of the presence of the that. Tadeva, that Brahman, tvam vidhi. You understand yourself as that Brahman. Tadeva tvam vidhi, nedidam upasate. Not this what you are worshipping. But don't tell this to ordinary people, they will beat you. So here also it says, we cannot, Gaudapada is talking to highest level of students. Nedidam ubasa. Not this what you are worshipping. That is not the ubasyam. You are that Brahman. Tat tomasi. What you are worshipping is yourself. And like that 5-6 verses he gives in the Kena Upanishad. Yes, you are all gone. Mithya, world is gone. Gurudev Somerli. Ayyo Rama. Okay. So, Brahmatvam Vidhi. That where there is no Dvaidam, either in manifest or unmanifest form, there is no Dvaidam, then it is called Advaita. He says that before the creation of Dvaita Prapancha, what was there? Prag Utpattehe. Before the creation of what? Utpatti. Of the Dvaita Prapancha, Sarvam Tena Sau Kripanaha Smrataha Ajam. Everything was unborn. Everything was in the unmanifest state. So we worship this Murti. Whatever Murti it is. And where do you want to reach? We will reach that unmanifest Brahman. Kripana means people who have got very small intellect. Kripanas. Narrow intellect. Pitiable people. Miser. They are miserly only in their understanding. Anyway, so upasana, dvaita ninda is done there. Upasana is actually upasana is not condemned. But your understanding what you are, what you are worshipping, that is condemned. That is dvaita bhavana. With the dvaita bhavana, if you are worshipping, that is condemned. Because you will never know what is advaita. So it's a sort of yena vagabhide tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nelitam upasade is advaitam. That is pure advaitam. Nelitam upasade. So, but I like to worship this. This is my murti. Then understand it to be that Paramatma which is unmanifest, which is ajam, shashwadam, nityam, ajo nitya shashwadoyam puranaha, na hanyamane, na hanyade hanyamane sharire. Your understanding you can worship the same murti, but the problem is that murti stands for what? Every time as your knowledge grows, every time that murti stands for something higher. Now you learned Vedanta. The same murti in your puja room. You are not going to throw away the murti from the puja room. Not at all. You will worship. But then your understanding of that will change. It should change. What is that? Paramatma only. Is it not? Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham Bhajema. Ganesha only I am worshipping. But he is no longer a little Anakutti. No. Understand? It has taken some meaning for you. Parabrahma Rupam. Even Bhagavad starts Sri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. Not Devaki Sudha. Not Vasudeva. Nothing. But what? Paramatma Surupaha. Bhagavan. So, as you understand Vedanta, the murtis that you worship, your Ishta Devatas, all come to that level. The one song I used to hear, I forgot the words and all, but what it means is, you have come out of your idol form and have, now in my mind, it is as though you have occupied the entire universe. Who? The little Krishna in that Vigraha. And the temple walls are all broken down. You have constrained him in the temple. Just imagine, Upasana, what we do. We are taking the Trilokadhisha Bhagavan and put him in you put your leg in the next small size of shoes. Like that we have put the Lord and worship him. So it is not that the God is growing there in the temple or becoming less. It is not that. Your understanding, it is a movement in consciousness. Your consciousness is expanding to include everything in it, and that is my Lord. That is Virat Upasana. So in the Ishtadeva Upasana, the highest Upasana is Virat Upasana, but even Virat Upasana is only in the Dvaita Prapancham. If you understand this, the meaning of the word becomes clear. So all upasanas are Dvaitam. Unless your understanding of what you are worshipping has undergone a radical change, a transformation as it were. So now when Vedanti goes to a temple, what do you say? Or whatever it is, Ayyappa, Paramatma. Paramatma Rupam only I am seeing. Then the worship of all these Jata Brahma becomes less and less in your mind. Not that you are a Nastika. It doesn't mean you are a Nastika. But my understanding of God has, we don't know where it ends, that type of understanding. That Parabrahma is my Upasana Murti. That is why we use the word Om. Omkaram represents all this because we have seen in Mandukya, we have given beautifully that all the padas of the self is nothing but the matras of if without worshipping my God, I cannot get sleep. Now you have kept your God at a very low level. Somebody like a, what do you call, a giver of some boons. That's all. That is the only job God has. You go to the temple and put 10 paisa and say, you give me 10 lakhs. Lottery. His job is that only. Distributing favors. You kept him in that level. Have you understood? What is Dvaita means that? You have kept him in that level. Now your understanding of the Lord goes on expanding to include the whole world, to embrace the whole world in love and understanding. That is called true upasana. So that is why here he says, Nedidam upasade, Brahmatvam vidya. And where does it end, this search? In you. The person who is the worshipper, in him alone, it is going to end in the ultimate analysis. So what, when you come to that level, in the Ashtavakra Gita, Janaka says, Mahyam Namaha, he puts flowers on his own head. Which Sri Ramakrishna also did. Because what other God is this? That is occupying my very heart. That itself is the one which occupies all the bosoms. See, the concept of God keeps on expanding in your mind, not that. So, Dvaita Ninda means Dvaita Bhavam between you and the Lord should. See, the more you love a person, let us say, you want more closeness, is it not? That is, even in human love, what will you want? You don't want a Lord which is a person who is sitting somewhere far away and here I am in love with him. You can't see. The moment you are in love with him, you want the nearness. You want samipyam, sarupyam, salokyam. You want to see. You want to experience his nearness. Otherwise, that love will die soon. You understand? And not even that is enough. Sayujyam also is enough. From the Bhakti Marga I am talking. You want Sayujyam. There is no way you can, allow distance to come between you and the Lord. That is Bhakti. What we have is not Bhakti. It's only shopkeeping. You go to the temple and say, you give me this, I will give you this. That is shopkeeping. The true bhakti is that I have, without thinking about the Lord, I cannot live even one moment. Narada says in the Bhakti Sutra, I cannot vetha. In case I don't remember him for 1 second, I have got great sorrow in my heart. That viraham from the Lord. This is bhakti. What you are calling bhakti is not bhakti. It is only a ritual. What we do usually is only a ritual. Okay? Everything happens by His will. Whatever happens is His wish. And I undertake. You think that bhakti is easy? At least Jnanam you can read some of the books. Where do you... Bhakti also is very, very difficult. Surrender is required. Intellect doesn't work there. Need not work. Faith or love, you cannot explain it. What is the reason why you love that person? There is no reason and all. You cannot give any reason for that. So when you see the experiences, the great bhaktas, we will be stunned. They are ready to give up anything. So we are all in between. Neither a good bhakta nor a good jnani. At least we are a jnani, be a jnani. Okay, then we will become jnani bhakta. That is better. Little bit of jnanam will embellish your bhakti. Okay? So I am not telling you are all bhaktas, I know. Bhakti should be there. But who is my Lord? That inquiry is jnanam. Who is the Lord? What are His capacities? What all He can do? Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktiman, Sarvabuddhiman, Ishvara. When you thus purify your love for the Lord, it is called devotion. When you love somebody in the world, that is only sneham. But when you purify that sneham into a nishkama bhakti, I don't expect anything from the Lord, but I cannot be without the thought of the Lord. I cannot imagine a life without the Lord. Then you are really, truly in devotion. But here I am pointing out, the very many people say that upasana sahita bhakti is, upasana sahita jnanam or jnana sahita upasana will take you very fast to the goal. Many people say that. Many people have done it also. Okay, so now there is no point in saying, I am a Vedantin, so I don't believe in all this emotionalism, what not. Like that we say. There also. But if you are worshipping the Lord as He is different from you and He is always your karma balhadada and go on with the extended hands, you stand in front of the Lord, then that bhakti is condemned here. Ninda is there. That is condemned. Upasana ashrido dharmo jade brahmani vartade. They are always in the manifested world of Brahman, apara Brahman. They will never know the para Brahma. And what is God? God is para Brahma, but you make Him into a jada Brahma and worshipping. You understand? And in very many places in the Bhagavatam and Ramayanam and all, you can see what is that. They have got immense capacities even when they take avatar. Because the Brahman is manifested as they are functioning in this outer world. The more that manifestation is there, the more different we become from ordinary people also in our case itself. So that is what is the true Advaitam, is to understand this all, and whatever we are doing is only karyam is, if karyam is jadam, karanam also is jadam. Then there cannot be a karya karana vilakshana Brahma. Now the concept of a Godhead other than the devotee and then the same devotee's sentimental approach to that Godhead. This condemnation of the path of bhakti should not be misunderstood. Gurudev writes here, it should not be misunderstood as a declaration registering the importance of this sacred and easy path. Easy, I don't know, but it is a sacred path. Without treading the path of bhakti, no individualized ego can ever hope to come to appreciate the great Vedantic texts. This book need not tell you, I can also tell you. Because without that extra support which bhakti alone can give you, we cannot go fast. We cannot reach the highest, the unknowable, the indescribable by our little intellect. However sharp your intellect is, it will miss the Lord always. Is that very clear? So you need the kripa of the Ishvara. That is why Vedanti is a Saishwaravadi. He says there is no Ishvara and all. Where? At the highest level. But the path to know that there is Ishvara also is only a concept is through devotion to Ishvara. Isn't it very funny? The path is strewn with devotion. Otherwise the heart will become stone. If you don't have bhakti towards anything in this world, one Shishya went to some famous master. He had finished his study and all, and he is in search of further knowledge. Gurukula is finished and he came. And he went to a well-known teacher and said, teach me that universal, what is pointed out in the scriptures, the universal love, Sarvatma Bhava, that oneness, that God which is love. So the teacher asked only one question. Have you ever loved anybody? So the student said, no. Such weaknesses I don't have. Very proudly he said, because he is coming just from Gurukula, Such weaknesses I don't have, I don't love anything or anybody. That is attachment that is to be condemned. So the teacher again and again asked, nothing, not even as a bird or an animal or anything, don't you have any love towards anything in this world? No. Then I am sorry, son, you find another teacher. Why? If you have no love in your heart, you cannot know that which is all love. That which is a mass of love. How can you know? If there is even a spark of it in your heart, I would have, what do you say, it will develop. But since if it is not there, I can't help you. It's a very beautiful story I like. Understand? Why bhakti is important, I am telling. There should be an altar, whatever it is. You may be, my God doesn't have any form. That is fine. That is your understanding of God. Or it has a beautiful form. Okay. I like my God to be a little baby, because babies are always sweet. Gopala Krishna. Like that. Ishtadevada. Why Ishtadevada? That is the meaning of Ishtadevada. No, I don't like it. Lord looks very silly when it is so small, or like Radha Krishna. I don't like. Somebody, Vivekananda said, I don't want to see that God. But he went to Vrindavan and he had vision of the Lord. Can you imagine? Vivekananda was like all of us, a rationalist. But he became great devotee of the Lord after going to Vrindavan. So then this this why I elaborated this is a very pressing question. Why, what are you worshipping? And even our children ask God, is this God? Not only the rishi is asking, even your own child will ask. Then you have no answer to say. So we have to know your scripture very well to educate your own family. Even if you don't educate anybody, it is okay, but educate your family. In the olden times, the parents were very, very strict. They will call and make them sit there and chant. And they also will sit. Now parents also have no time, children also have no time. Alright. And then they'll say, why don't you do something for the youngsters, Amma? I said, I'm too old. I can't do anything for youngsters. Our parents have taught us. That is why though Christianity ruled over us for 150, 200 years, there was 10% of Indians who were converted. 10%. Today under our own Hindu government, it is nearing 50%. Can you imagine that? Where is the flaw? Flaw is not in anybody, but because we have stopped teaching our youngsters. Am I right? We are running after money all the time. No time. Come on, let us study this Ramayana. Enough for children. And Ramayana you teach your children with Tattvam. That is enough. Don't talk about moksha and that and this to them. This Tattva Vichar is important, which was there in every house in the olden times, and hence the British, though they ruled over us, they took over all our educational institutions, but they could not change the people. Today they show a 1,000 rupee note like this and they run and become. What a state we are in. What a state. Think over it all. Now without reading, but this textbook is addressed, this I must read to you. I thought that is why I am reading, because it's very important. This. The textbook is addressed to the highest students of spiritualism who have fulfilled themselves all the possible evolutionary processes pertaining to this mind-intellect equipment. Fully integrated and fully evolved as they are, they would be wasting their life's chance by their ill-advised attachment to their very path. So now I say, no, I like Vedanta and all, but I will not leave my path. What is the path? Some ritual, something, some anushtana. Whether that satisfies all the Vedantic doctrines, that we don't know. Because I have been doing it so long, so I will continue to do it. Like that they say, very path, they fall in love with the path and miss the goal. This happens often. They fall in love with the path which they have chosen and then miss the goal entirely. There is a time when a lower scale of sadhana at the time of its maturity should be renounced and the next stage of practice should be taken up. You cannot become stagnated in your worship, upasana. You must go forward till you reach the goal. Gurudev, in this connection, Gurudev, in another Upanishad book he writes, the Lord you meet in the temple is like, he is sitting there like a Raja. Who? The Lord. And giving audience. Enadukku solradhu? Sabha. We are all people who go there. The Lord doesn't know you. The king doesn't know everybody who goes there. In that Sabha. No, he doesn't know. But I have seen the king. I'm finished. That's enough. What is the advantage? You must create a relationship between yourself and the king. Then only you can benefit from that. Is it not? But the king also doesn't know you. But you go and do your pranams and come back. Every day you are doing it. Gurudev says that is like a very, what do you call? Very formal way of meeting the Lord. There is no informality about it. You are going and it's like a ritual only. You go there and do something and come away. Do a marchana. That is like the king giving audience to the public. It is something like that. Now you want to bring the Lord nearer and nearer to yourself until the distance between you and the Lord is bridged. You understand? So you start increasing your knowledge of the Lord. You talk about it. Tat kathanam, tat chintanam, anyonyam tat prabhashanam. All the time thinking about the Lord, all the time thinking about that book says like this book says. You are all the time immersed in that Lord. Not only during the 2 minutes, 10 minutes of puja. No. How to? You make it, focus it. Then he becomes closer and closer to you. Where? In my heart. So in my heart, if the Lord is there, it is not a formal relationship. It's a very informal relationship. At all times, I know He is. There is one beautiful song also, that you have entered my heart without my knowledge. But now I am not going to let you go. Beautiful song is that. I will not allow you to go. Then when He became within you, that is what we mean by true bhakti. Your relationship to Him has become very strong. Like the Gopikas. Narada says, Yatha Vraja Gopikana. Uddhava, who took a message from the Lord to the Gopikas, found them so much immersed in the Lord and said, you must always think about the Lord, you must do the, japa, tapa, etc. The Gopikas said, what are you talking? Teach us some method by which we can forget to think about Him. We are not able to forget that mischievous fellow even for one moment. You teach us something by which we can have some time for ourselves. That is the Vraja Gopika's bhakti. Uddhava was stunned. He had a great pride. I am the great bhakta of the Lord. And even he was stunned by the intensity of the love of the Gopikas. And he said, Gopikana pada renugabhyam namaha. Not even the pada. The dhul, dust under the feet of the gopis, my namaskar. So bhakti has very many dimensions. Okay? And what is that bhakti? Jnana bhakti, nishkama bhakti, where the Lord alone is there. I do not exist. Thy will be done, thy will be done, not mine. That is true bhakti. Then how do we have bhakti? I don't know. I am not questioning you. You find out. Alright, this is how we must understand this, that all bhakti marga is bad or anything. No. Knowing the Lord as different from you and worshipping Him is Dvaita bhakti, which is not the right type of bhakti. Knowing the Lord as myself, soham bhavena pujayet, then you are really Advaitin only. What you worship is not important. But that But that pratigam is me, myself. How can you worship something which is not, which is you yourself? You cannot worship. So then what will happen? I become Tattvi Buddha. I become that. Total, what is love when it increases? Identification increases. Total love, total identification. Like a Mira's love, for example. Capable of giving up everything. Giving up a family life, giving up the kingdom, giving up a queen's position. What for? We will stop there and we will see that Dvaita Ninda is when you see Bhagavan is different, I am different and worship. That is called Dvaita Bhakti, where to that Bhakta, the world is different, I am different. The Paramatma is also different, I am different. This Bheda Bhava is there, that is to be condemned. Even in Bhakti or in Karma, in anything, if Bheda Bhava is there, it is Dvaidam, and Dvaidam has to be condemned. We will do the next verses. Om Purnamata Purnamidam Purnat Purnat